What's up, everyone? Forrest the King Mentality here, and I'm back with a video. This is my first 2024 reaction video. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, and I would just have to say I finally got the courage up to come on here and just do one of these reaction videos. Now, I'm super pumped to kick off this new chapter on YouTube with you guys. I'm on a mission to grow the community to about 6,000 subscribers by January, bringing in martial arts fans, fitness enthusiasts, or anyone just looking to lead a healthier or more active lifestyle. Now, I'm all about sharing knowledge, right? So having fun, spreading the benefits of staying physical, and as we grow together, if there's something that you want me to react to, just shoot it my way, and we'll go ahead and react. I'll react to the video. I'll tell you guys what I see, what I don't see. If you see anything that I'm saying that, is not correct, or you feel like you have a critique about, let me know. I'm always good for a positive reinforcement, even negative reinforcement, because I like to learn and like to grow. And without further ado, let's go. Let's dive on in. One of the videos I'm really excited about talking about and critiquing about, because it's just situations that can happen to you in real life situations that we never really talk about. And this is an important video for me, because people get into these situations all the time, but nobody ever trains for stuff like this. We don't sit and train for things that's going to be happening on day to day. The first one, bus scene, amazing. Let's go.
You're probably wondering what's happening. Well, I flew in 6 martial arts YouTubers from across the whole globe to compete against each other in 7 different self-defense challenges in a state-of-the-art self-defense facility to see who is the ultimate self-defense champion. So,
welcome to the Ultimate Self-Defense Championship.
Now, this is an amazing concept, right? The first is the bus bash. And what happens is a lot of these contestants are put together on a bus, and they have to fight each other as the bus is moving in these situations and see who can come out on top. Let's go.
I'm like thinking, well, he films hundreds of rounds of sparring a month.
the morning started with 5 of the 6 participants waking up in the self-defense facility where they will be living together for the next week.
I love your t-shirt.
My kids get annoyed when I wear it around the house.
Each day they will be facing new challenges without knowing what they will be. And as soon as they are geared up, the next challenge will be revealed.
We do a round robin system where you do one round with everyone. Okay, we're going to do it in a different environment. This is your opportunity to spar with one another.
I was really excited, like we're literally going to be fighting. And then we
Jeff Chan, MMA fighter. I didn't see him too much, but after I saw him on here, I watched back some of his videos. Pretty good fighter. But one of my favorite fighters on here is Sensei Seth. We're gonna see Icy Mike. Not my top at all. And sorry to say that on here, but he's just not my top fighter. But let's go.
outside. I'm like, okay, we're gonna be like fighting just outside. And I'm like, this is awesome. Because I was already like game planning, like what kind of kicks I'm gonna throw.
Oh boy, we're throwing a net.
Oh my God.
And then the bus showed up. I'm like, oh, okay, I can just throw all kicks.
And I thought, but there's no way they're going to convince some professional bus driver to drive the bus around while we're fighting.
It's also going to be moving.
No, it's not.
And if they do, there's still no way they're going to convince the bus driver to like sling us around the bus.
So
Why not?
they're going to hit the brakes, they're going to swerve, stop on slopes, inclines.
And sure enough, that's what they did.
I didn't expect a moving bus.
What the f you mean? That's so illegal.
The participants then climbed into the bus, and as soon as the bus started to move, the fights were going to begin. Each participant will be fighting each other in 1 minute or less rounds, and their performance will be later scored by judges based on how much damage they inflicted and how well they used the environment to their advantage. The winner will receive 1 point, and if it's a draw, no point will be attained. And the fights will continue until everyone has fought each other at least once. The first fight was Icy Mike, kickboxing coach, former police officer, and street thieves fighter versus Jeff Chan, lifelong martial artist and professional MMA fighter.
You guys okay? I feel like I feel a little tension on the bus, right? I don't know why.
Like I said, Icy Mike is not one of my favorites. First fight, let's go. That was a good kick from him, but he's on his
Jeff
back.
Chan's definitely had me dominated.
Bad
at one point.
situation.
The bus lurched, and I was able to pop up.
So what I see about him there is that he popped up, but he's just driving through. He's not using any kind of skill. Just driving through, trying to push him up against the wall where Jeff Chan is striking and controlling his head and using his skills. Icy Mike is not. And again, back against the wall because he has no control.
Before I reveal the score for this fight, some of you may be wondering why we are fighting on a bus. Fights on a bus may and do happen, but if you train only in the gym, the unpredictable conditions of a bus fight, such as a different environment and the movement of the bus, may catch you off guard, while training on a bus makes you used to it. Now, back to the fight. While the judges considered this one a close one, Jeff Chan won this time. Next up was me, an Aikido black belt turned amateur MMA fighter, versus Matt Clinton, self-defense content creator and former student of Western Combative Self-Defense School. This time though, the sitting positions were changed, but in order to decide who will get the aisle seat, we played rock, paper, scissors, where I won and chose the aisle.
I'm starting to feel that my arm is going around for a rear naked choke. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to pull it off.
And you can see where Matt's not as good as the other gentleman. I forgot his name already. But he starts walking over the seat. Instead of looking to flip the person off of his back, he carries the whole weight and steps over the seat.
Oh, this may actually work.
And got caught.
Felt really good. It was like a clean fight under, so I was happy.
This one went naturally for me, but right after I had to go fight Sensei
There we
Seth,
go.
a lifelong karate practitioner and black belt, cross-trained in pretty much every martial art
Go
known in the
Sensei
universe.
Seth.
I'm gonna land one head kick.
But this time, I didn't receive a spot as favorable as I was sat down in front.
If I'm ready.
Shoot, this guy knows how to kick.
Hey guys.
On the record, we're discussing. Yeah, kicks are hard on the bus. And this guy opens with a head kick.
I need to count for the bus movement, so I was like, no.
I could definitely see how hard it would be to throw a kick as the bus is lurching and stuff like that. The one thing I have to say though is that Rokas, he started throwing kicks and he's throwing the same kick over and over again. And that's what made sense. It said grab that leg and was able to take control of him. People read you really easy. It's really fast for somebody to read your moves. So if you're constantly doing the same thing over and over again, they're going to read you. I understand that they're on a bus. I understand the bus is moving and you'll have a limited amount of things that you can do. But you still have to be able to switch and stay inconsistent with what you're doing. Because you don't want them to just read your initial move, take you down, and now you're in a bad position. Right? So maybe throwing a kick now, faking with a punch, then going back to the kick would have been a more positive way to go than just sitting there and throwing kick to where he can grab it, pull you in, and take you down. All in all, better fight than Icy Mike though.
That was movie worth it.
Although the judges saw it as a close fight, Sensei Seth got the V. Next up was Sensei Seth versus Icy Mike.
On his back, he went. Icy Mike full guard, guys. He pulled guard, didn't he? He pulled guard, guys. Let's go back to that. He pulled guard.
can see his legs are like kind of like tree branches that are just
He's
like,
dangling in the air, tree
so in
branches.
my
he's
head,
just
I'm like,
dangling.
I gotta hit Mike in the nuts.
Shot punch. Boom, 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 done.
Although our fighting brought the attention of the police, luckily we didn't get into trouble, and this fight was won by Sensei Seth, which puts him in the lead. But there are still a number of fights coming up, following Ramsey Dewey, MMA coach, lifelong martial artist, and former professional fighter versus Jeff Chan.
This is a good fight. Get it posted up, ready.
I think one of my advantages was ground and pound and just being able to control someone on top.
Couldn't get any clean hits in.
Jeff Chan brought this one home,
That was
also
definitely
bringing
a good
him up
fight,
at the
though. Way
top.
better
But
fight
Ramsey
than
had an opportunity to recover
Well,
his following
there's some
fight
other good
against
fights as
Matt.
well, but that was a good fight.
Honestly, who throws the shoe? Austin Powers?
Did you throw a shoe?
Damn.
Where'd it go?
Unfortunately, Ramsey Dewey is still without points together with Icy Mike and Matt, as the fight was scored as a draw. But Mike will have a chance to change the
Yeah, you couldn't get
situation
no
in the
hits,
following
clean hits.
fight with me.
I see Mike again.
Full E
Let's see what you
Honda,
do this
literally
time, buddy.
jumping at you head first.
No submission.
I figured out that upside down, I was actually at my best. So I planted a foot on the roof and was able to throw knees.
And now you're in a bad position. Stuck in between a spear and a hard place.
Although the fight was a close one, the judges scored this one for me, keeping me strong at the top together with Sensei Seth and Jeff Chan. But as the fight continued, the day before on their arrival, the competitors learned that they were putting on the line not only their reputations, but there was also something else at stake.
So here they show them that they get a belt and all those things like that if they win the championship. But let's go ahead and just skip past and get back to the fight.
The game's on.
They're going to compete in 7 self-defense challenges, earning points for each one, until finally one of them will become the ultimate
next video
self-defense champion.
gonna be,
But first, the rest of the Bus
the
Bash
attack.
fights were about to happen, following with my fight against MMA coach Ramsey Dewey.
My plan is as soon as he stands up, I'm just gonna start kicking him. That works out great. He can't come in. And
Again?
then suddenly I feel he grabs me in a foothold.
Same
This
thing.
is not what I want.
Same thing I was talking about earlier, right? So he started again. Rokas started again with the kicks. Great attack, great start. But if you stay in that position doing the same thing over and over again, sooner or later you're gonna get countered. And now he has him in a full-on ankle lock. All he has to do is lay back, lock that form underneath that heel, and he's gonna tap. So he put himself in a bad position by striking the same strike over and over again. I wouldn't mind getting on one of these shows. This looks like a lot of fun. A lot of fun. There's plenty of other scenes we're gonna go over as well, but just for this video today, we're just gonna go over the bus scene. But I'm excited to talk about the other scenes as well, because there was a lot of situations that I've seen that, and of course, in hindsight, when you're seeing it from the outside, there's so much you could have done. But I feel like being in this situation, doing these things, it will be a very, very awesome situation for me as well, because I'm going to learn so much. I'll see where my flaws and weaknesses are, but I know I will show out because I train for things like this.
It's so narrow. There's no room to move my arms. There's no room to pass guard.
Back. But he's working. Climbing.
While I was close to winning this one, the judges decided on a draw, keeping the leaderboard as it
Good
is.
fight.
But soon enough, things could change, as Icy Mike was about to fight Matt.
So Icy Mike here got somebody a little bit more his size. Got a little bit better fight in, that way he can use more.
Although the fight was a close one, Matt got his first point by winning it, but it came with a price.
You okay, Mike?
Sorry guys, break time.
Don't take too long.
I'm okay, my knee locks up sometimes. I just gotta find the angle I can straighten it out at. There it goes, I'm good.
Luckily, Mike was fine, and the guys were ready for the next fight, which was Jeff versus Matt.
And Jeff Chan is really good at getting that control on top and just ground and pounding them. So that's where he's putting them in a bad situation every time, because every time he's not going in trying to strike or trying to kick, he's going for that grapple. He's putting them on their backs, and then he's taking the top position and just working from there. So you have to find somebody that's going to counter that, not sit there and let him put them down so quickly. But that's what they're failing to do. That they're thinking being on their backs is their safest position, which is wrong. They're losing the match right here.
The seat hurts you and helps you.
Yeah, right.
Jeff Chan won this one, making him the leader. Meanwhile, Ramsey G still has no points, but he will have a chance to change the situation in his next fight with Sensei Seth.
I wanted to look super cool. I want to go for like a Bruce Lee moment. So as soon as the bell goes, I went.
This fight ended as another draw. The following fight was Sensei Seth versus Matt.
There's no way Sensei Seth has a full lead. Matt is fighting. He's smaller, but he's fighting. He's putting on a way better fight than I've seen Icy Mike do.
Sensei Seth got a clean win this time, putting him back
That was
at
a
the
good
leader
fight,
spot.
though.
But everything can change in the next fight between Jeff and me.
Again, Jeff Chan in the top. Ground and pound. Controlling the
You
situation.
actually had a really strong guard and legs, and you were
Yeah,
like kicking
Rokas
me
is
away,
not
and I was
doing
like
too bad.
trying so hard to like stay.
Rokas is not too bad. He's using those legs, he's punching from that position.
Good control on the bottom.
The leaderboard still remains the same, as the fight was deemed a draw. But things could still shape
Yeah, you
up
couldn't get
the
in.
next fight
Good
between
draw.
Jeff Chan and Sensei Seth.
Just look at the difference in this fight, guys. Look at the difference. Jeff Chan is not getting to take the top control, but he's still not letting himself be put down. He's putting up a good fight.
The fight ended in another draw.
Yeah,
And then it was
that's
time
a
for
draw.
the final bus fight that everyone has been waiting for. Icy Mike versus Ramsey Dewey. Right after, they will settle who.
Nobody was waiting for this fight. Nobody was waiting for this fight. My fight was the last fight that just happened. Nobody was waiting for the Icy Mike fight. But we're gonna keep it going, all right? Okay. You know what? We were waiting for this Icy Mike fight. We wanted to see what he was, how he was gonna end his fight. But let's see it.
Takes which seat.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shout out Shane Payton for taught me how to play Rochambeau.
Once
you're
that
good
was
at
out
that.
of the way, it was time
You're
for
good
the
at that.
final fight.
Then Icy Mike did the most Icy Mike thing possible. With a couple of inches of mobility, he starts hitting me right in the groin. Master Wong would be so proud.
Man, Icy Mike just loves being upside down, guys. He loves being upside down. He likes being in that position right there where you see him at right now. He's been getting beat in this position every round, and he goes back. He just gets tossed. He doesn't have any ground, any kind of stability play. He just gets moved around. And I'm not saying he's a bigger guy, but you still got to know some body weight control and not let people move you like that as a martial artist. And he's just getting slung. And I know these guys are all top-notch martial artists. All these guys are at a different level in their game. But still, at your level, you shouldn't be controlled and moved and tossed around like that. You gotta have some kind of control. Being his background is street beefs, and he doesn't have any full martial arts as the other guys, but there's still some level of control. But I'm glad that he's here to show you guys that we all have our own levels, right? But he's here to show you, like, this is still considered top-notch, right? This is still considered a top person in the martial arts world. So, my advice is that we need to train. People need to get out there, get to these gyms and train. Train your body, train your mind, work on something. Self-defense is a great form to base yourself in. Any form. You can go for Jeet Kune Do or Krav Maga, or my favorite, Wing Chun, right? You can go for one of these styles, or there are many more. I'm just naming a few. And then after you get these styles under your belt, you can start adding in things like Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, maybe some boxing, kickboxing, if you will. I say Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu because those are two styles that complement any style that you have. So if you have any style under your book and you add in Muay Thai, which gives you those big, long, extended strikes, close elbows, striking knees, right? And then you implement a Jiu-Jitsu style which complements you on the floor, that makes you well-rounded, right? Now, you can skip those and just go straight to MMA, do an MMA style of fighting. That way you get the strikes and you get the ground play. But I feel like the style of Muay Thai and the style of Jiu-Jitsu, getting into depth with those things, makes you a lot more well-rounded. Let's continue.
Ramsey G finally won a point, leaving Icy Mike behind. But there was one more big surprise making their way towards the participants that they didn't see coming.
This would have been so much fun, yo. I would have been ready.
And then with like a crazy velocity.
And this happens after their time.
And that was the most exhausting training I have ever done in my life.
Get excited, guys. So that was the first video. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Stay tuned for the next one because I'm going to come up with more reaction videos. I'm going to do reaction videos on other things too, but for now, I'm really into martial arts and fights. I've been in martial arts since 2011. And just a little quick, before I cut off, a little quick backstory so you guys kind of get a feel for me. I was in the military for a lot of years, and I had got injured in the military, and in 2010, I was completely unable to walk. I would walk for, from my house, the interior of my house to the front door, and I'll have full body pain. And of course, the military tried to give me all kinds of pills and injections and all that. And I'm not the type to do all those things. So I asked for an alternate route, and they started putting me on acupuncture and telling me more about meditation. And in start of 2011, I decided, let me look up something that can go with meditation. And I started falling into martial arts. And this was when 2010, 2011, when YouTube started getting really known. Everybody had more access, and your cell phones were having more access. So I was able to start looking up Wing Chun. I looked up different styles, and most of the styles seemed too out there for me physically, especially Muay Thai, which was all strikes and knees, and I just didn't have it because it damaged both the knees. So finally, I found the style. I was like, this style was smooth, and so I looked up Tai Chi and I liked it and started going into Tai Chi, but I wanted to go into a style that I knew was a lot more physical. So Then I remembered, oh, Bruce Lee. What did Bruce Lee learn? And I started seeing this movie. I saw the first one, the Ip Man movie, and realized Wing Chun was the way to go. The movements were smooth. It was slight. I didn't have to do too much with my joints and everything like that to get these moves. But I was still able to, in my head, deal with a multitude of opponents. So as I started learning Wing Chun, started practicing for myself for a year. I was practicing by myself online. And then at the end of that year, I was at the park close to my house just practicing my katas. And a gentleman walks up to me. And he's like, you look like you know what you're doing, but you don't have no substance. And me being me, I was like, I've been practicing for a whole year. Don't got no substance. What you mean? What you mean I don't got no substance? So I kind of puffed my chest up a little bit. He kind of hit me real quick. And he's like, no offense. I just feel like you need some substance in what you do. So I'm like, okay, show me. Guys, let me tell you. This guy put me on my back so quick that the next day I was training with him. The next day, Sensei Dave, he put me on my back. Sorry, not Sensei Dave, Sensei Darren. It's been a couple years. Sensei Darren. Dave is my new sensei here that I had here. One of my new senseis I had here in, I'm in Georgia now. One of my new senseis here in Georgia. Sensei Darren. He was doing Wing Chun for 8 years in China. And when I met him, he was already fully versed, been doing it for years, and I was just going through the motions of what I saw online. The next day, I was at his dojo training in Wing Chun. I did that for 5 years before I actually came here to Georgia. So, with that being said, guys, find something that resonates with you. Any style. I won't tell nobody. I won't tell anyone that this style is better, this style is better. It's never really the style. It's more around the practitioner and what you do, right? How much effort you put into your work. Like Bruce Lee said, he's not afraid of the guy that practiced 1,000 different moves once. He's afraid of the guy that practiced one move 1,000 times. Why is that? Because the more proficient you get at that one move, the easier it is for you to stop thinking and just let this vessel of yourself react, right? You can focus more on your breathing. You can focus more on staying calm and let the body react because you have 1,000 times of practice to where your body just knows what to do in that situation. So again, guys, great to have you guys here with me. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, critique, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I like to read all of them, even if it's positive or negative. If you give me a negative review, that means you're trying to let me know something that I need to work on. And I thank you for that as well. I thank you for the interaction. Let's go, guys. If you see any fight videos and you want me to go over it, send it to me. All right? Send it on through. I'll go over the videos. We'll look at it together. We'll talk about it together. And we'll keep growing. That's it, guys. Love you guys. Let's go.